Welcome to the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast, the show where we shine a light on incredible businesses, community leaders, and local legends that are shaping our town. I'm your host, James O'Donnell, and today we're joined by Adam Lake from WILLMOT and Lake. Adam, great to have you on the podcast.
Thanks very much for having me. Yeah, really excited to be part.
Thanks for joining. For those of us who don't know you yet, which might be a bit difficult, but who are you and what do you do here in Bishop Stortford?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the obviously Lake part of WILLMOT and Lake. So we're an estate agent. We're based here on Hockrell Street. So we only opened last year. So we're the kind of new guys in the town, trying to be a bit different from I guess what your average agent is, but also be a real kind of part of the community in that sense as well, and kind of as much as for those people that do know us will probably know as much as we can do, we will do, and we like to be involved. So, but just trying to have a bit of a different spin on what sometimes can be a bit old fashioned as an industry, and maybe set in their ways is probably the best way of saying it. So
it's very kind of you to describe other estate agents in those ways. So what was the spark? How did you guys get started?
Yeah, absolutely. So I say we're kind of the new guys. So I've done it from probably talking about 13 years now, and Jack for several years as well, that side. So been agents for quite a long time. For us, I think it gets to a point of, which naturally people do, you spend some time at kind of different businesses, whether it be more corporate or more independent. You essentially kind of, I guess, pick all the bits that you do like, maybe the bits that you're not so keen on. And then naturally you get to a point and think, well, actually, I'd quite like to do it my way, get the results and do things how I would like from start to finish, and also work how I would like to, which naturally Jack and I met. We both had very, very similar visions on what we would like to do and how we'd like to do it. And I guess the kind of rest is history in that sense. So set about building it, working. I think we were building out down Wetherspoons in town in the mornings because they had the sort of unlimited tea and coffee and the free Wi-Fi, piecing together a business plan and how we'd like things to look. And then, obviously took the leap, took on the high street office, and here we are.
I want to give a shout out to a brilliant local business making life better right here in Bishop Stortford. If you've ever felt bored or awkward or unmotivated at the gym, well, you're not alone. Getting fit should feel fun. That's what I love about Vida Wellness Club. Besides yoga, Pilates, they also run friendly, energizing dance sessions like Zumba, Zumba Gold, Broadway Boogie that actually make you want to move. You can book a free session now at vidawellnessclub.com and let them know that the podcast sent you. No pressure, just great vibes and a stronger you. Support your fitness and support local. Right, back to the show.
Fantastic. So that's a year that you've been in business for. Correct. Now.
Yep.
The first year is always difficult. What kind of things are you working on now?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think for us, we've been really fortunate in that I think we've had quite a lot of support from the local community, which is great. For us, we're in a really fortunate position that we've turned essentially a profit in year one, which is great. So for us now, the focus is on, I guess, expansion, keeping what we're already doing, because we've got a formula that from a work side works really well, but it's also how can we do bigger and better. And last year we had charity quizzes. We did Yorkshire Three Peaks for charity. We did as much as we could do. And now it gets to the point you think, well, what can we do more to improve on that and go bigger and better? So some really exciting things that we're doing this year, bits planned, and obviously, I guess, sustainable growth, but still being very much part of the community that we're in.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the podcast, is the community aspect of it. And I think from a visibility perspective, you've been doing really well in showing off what you guys are doing and showing off a little bit of the local community. Is there any more of that you're going to be doing over the next year? Any exciting projects you can talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the bits that you may have seen or may not have seen is that we've done a local business spotlight. So it's something that essentially we pay for. We don't charge anyone for that. We work with a videographer that does lots of our property videos, and we visit, local businesses. We've done, I think, Belgian Brewer. We've done Hair and Image, the barbers opposite us on Hockrell Street. Takely Chiropractic. We've got some really cool ones. So I'm actually tomorrow going to film Wright and Bailey that do obviously the opticians on bottom of Wind Hill. So really exciting. And for us, it's a great way, I guess, similarly to you, to meet people in the community. And also, shine a light on what makes Bishop Stortford such a great place to live. And the results from them has been really positive. I think the 3 that we've done so far, we've had around 35 or 40,000 views, probably combined across them. So it gets great exposure. We have another charity quiz that we're running at the Belgian Borough. So we've made quite good friends with Nick and the guys there. That will be in October, and that's to support the Essex and Herts Air Ambulance, which is a kind of charity quite close to us because my business partner Jack, his brother was actually saved by them. So we like to do as much as we can do. We still like to be very much part of Grove Cottage. So as Mina will probably tell you, if you ever have anyone from there, as many times as we can say yes and volunteer, we will do. But also, I think I'd like to probably top doing the Yorkshire 3 Peaks we did last year. And this year, I guess, see what we can do on that front, and bigger and better.
Sounds awesome. What do you think about, I know you're based in Bishop Stortford, but what do you think about all the projects and the different community aspects of things that are going on here?
Absolutely.
That kind of, allows for you to do all that kind of work.
Yeah, of course. I think it's very much a welcoming town, and one of the bits that we've noticed is that it's a big supporter of independent businesses, which is great. If you look at the high street, there's a lot of independent coffee shops, even down to our industry and estate agents, that the independents seem to do a lot better, which is great. For us, we've made more of a point now of throwing ourselves into the community because we can do. Jack and I always like doing community events, but if you're busy at work, it's always a bit harder. Whereas now we can attend them under the guise of working essentially and enjoy ourselves. But as I was kind of mentioning earlier before we were recording, things like the unveiling of Castle Park, meeting people that run the Bishop Stortford Beekeepers Society, that we had, I think, a flyer through about a litter pick that we're going to start sort of doing, which is bi-weekly. So there's so many opportunities to actually get involved and meet people that it's great, and there's no shortage. Quite often on a Saturday morning, we'll see all the Saturday runners heading down to Castle Park, which is great. Unfortunately, we can't do that because Saturday is probably our busiest day.
If you guys are at a park run, you're doing something
absolutely
wrong then, aren't you?
Exactly. So, but there's so much to really get involved in, and I think that's the bit that we've noticed. The more you kind of say yes and you're kind of open to throwing yourself in, the more interesting people you meet, the more you enjoy it, and you realise there's actually so many different communities and parts to Bishop Stortford, and I guess that's what makes it.
Yeah, and you must see the population change. Like, there's so many people that I see. Like, I'm relatively recently moved to Bishop Stortford myself, although I know the town really well. But because of all the new builds that are being thrown up everywhere,
yes,
the population's increasing. More people are moving in. Is that, do you think, helping the community or just diversifying it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think certainly we've found a lot of people that move to Bishop Stortford will stay in Bishop Stortford. So whether it be a 2 and 3 bedroom houses will kind of buy upwards, and people will stay and build families. For those people that are moving from out of the area, one of the bits we quite often see is sort of London leavers, people that have worked in the city, still want access to the train station for, I suppose, 1 or 2 days a week, but far enough out that it's a bit more of a community. But the vast majority of people, we meet are great. People come to the area, and because maybe they've not necessarily had as much of a community focus where they were living before, they seem all the more sort of interested in I guess, like us, throwing themselves in and being a part of it. And again, that's part, I guess, why things like the local business spotlight, for us being trying to be a very sort of visual presence at events and spread as much as we can do. The more people that pick up on it, the more that attend, and it's great. Especially, like I say, a lot of people from London are obviously really happy with it. Love the area, love the people, and it's I think for us it's great to welcome more people. So
happy days, at the
absolutely
moment for you guys.
Yes,
so many people from London moving up this way. Not bad schools in the area.
No, very good.
It's a prime location for you. All right, we're going to do the Stortford Spotlight now, if that's okay. I've got 3 questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
To ask you, and you said you're going to do these off the cuff, so I'm excited to hear what you're going to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Today's podcast is brought to you by a great local business helping people take back their time in Bishop Stortford. If your weekends are getting swallowed by cleaning instead of time with your family, I get it. As a dad of 2 young boys, I know how fast those moments can go, and I've been let down by cleaners before. That's why I use Time For You Cleaning. They're reliable, friendly, and give you one less thing to worry about. If you want your time back, head to timeforyou.cleaning and let them know the podcast sent you. Get back your precious time and support local. Right, back to the show.
Awesome. Okay, so if you could put one sentence on a billboard in Jackson Square, what would it say, and who needs to read it the most or hear about it the most?
Yeah, I think if it was a sentence, probably be more towards along the lines of, be involved or throw yourself in. Something quite short, but encouraging people to really be involved in the community. I think it's really easy if you're kind of on Facebook and in the community groups to see, roadworks and changing of bins and bits and get, hung up on the negatives. But I would say, throw yourself in, whether it's a community event, whether it's, just a kind of fete or a festival or even volunteering. And then you begin to sort of realise or remember what makes Bishop Stortford such a great place again. So I would say throw yourself in.
Fantastic. We'll get that mocked up for you, Adam. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, next one. Where do you go in Bishop Stortford that you secretly hope never gets too popular?
Well, there's a few. I would say probably Pav in Castle Park, the mobile coffee.
Coffee place,
absolutely. So he's getting busier as time goes on. But he's there's still not a massive queue, which is great. So I would probably say Pav and obviously Coffee in the Park is great. There's so many local businesses, especially ones that kind of we work with. He's probably the secret one that not many people know about.
It's weird, like he is prime centre.
Yes,
like everybody sees it, but yeah, as you say, it's still a bit of a secret. How good the coffees are. I'll try and get them on the podcast. That would be maybe an in-person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll have to get that sorted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and finally, who's doing something special in town that more people need to know about? This is your time to shine a light on some people, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely. I think probably naturally the person that comes to mind, which would probably be a great guest, would be Mina from Grove Cottage. The kind of work ethic, an amount that, just sheer volume that she does, whether it's coffee mornings at obviously, the care home that she does, all the events for Grove Cottage, there's constant bits. I mean, we're invited to so many to participate, but in terms of an unsung hero who's doing community bits, all doing it in obviously the name of Grove Cottage, which is a fantastic charity, I think got to be Mina. So
fantastic. Well, we're definitely going to get Mina on the podcast, but we'll do a shout out for her in the show notes here as well, so everyone can see what she's doing. Awesome. Adam, thanks for joining us today. Where's the best place for people to find you online or in person if they've got a lovely house that they want to sell and move on up or something like that?
I would say obviously you can find us at the bottom of Hockrell Street, so we're 23 Hockrell Street. We like to stand out. We've got the big white building with red banners and red signage everywhere. So I guess similarly to our listings, we like to stand out. But obviously all the kind of social channels. So Facebook, Instagram, we're on. Just WILLMOT to make. TikTok, LinkedIn. If you can post on it, we're on it.
Wonderful. Listen, we'll put all the links to that in the show notes.
Thank you.
And the socials when we put it out. And that's awesome. That's a wrap. Thanks for joining us today on the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast.
You're very welcome. Thanks so much for having me. Thanks,
James. No problems, Adam. So if you enjoyed this episode, the best way to support the show is to hit follow, leave a quick review on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and share it on your socials to show other people in Bishop Stortford what the community is all about. Share it in someone in town maybe who might not be on socials as well, because you never know who might be interested. And if you've got a local legend that you think we should feature next, drop me a message or tag them in the comments below this, because I love uncovering undiscovered stories and legends that make the town just that little bit better. That's it from me. Go support something local today. Again, Adam, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks, James.
If you run a business built on trust, but your website's full of stock photos and silence, we need to talk. True Tone Testimonials helps coaches, consultants, and other service providers turn real client stories into high-converting video content. No scripts, no fluff, just honest words from real people who already love what you do. They're professionally filmed and ready to drop onto your site or into your socials. Head to truetonetestimonials.card.co. Let your clients do the selling. Okay, support local. Let's get back to the show.